TV. Innovative content. Global audience.
Hello, a very good morning to you. Yes, from our SRO TV studio here in London. When we talk about fashion, fashion is something that is actually ruling the world today. You can talk about new things without fashion. You can talk about any industry without fashion. And today on my show, you know how we do it here, the Young Achievers, where we bring you CEO, young people who are doing exploits in their own field, creating a world of their own. Today on my show, I have a very vibrant young woman. She has been in the fashion world for quite some time. This is somebody that started from nothing, nowhere, and now she's up there. We're going to be talking about her struggles, her pain, of course, and her success. Good morning, and you're welcome to the show, The Young Achiever. I have with me today no other, the very amiable Evelyn Akobi. She is the CEO of Eva Mendes Closet. She has been in this industry for some time now. When we talk about fashion, paparazzi, style, you will be calling on her. Good morning, ma'am, and welcome.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
How are you today?
I'm very fine. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Yes, let's talk about. Can we meet you, ma'am? Officially, I know personally, I know you to be the one and only Eva Mendes. If you are in one part of the world and if you don't know that name, that means you are not among the happening people. Well, let me just for official purpose, can we get to meet you, ma'am?
Okay. My name is Evelyn Akobi, and my business name is Eva Mendes. Eva Mendes Closet. I deal on just female wears.
Okay. Yes, I know you've been in that business for quite some time now. You know, a lot of people will want to see you today and like, oh, this is Eva, she's doing well, they envy you, she's this, she's that, but they don't know the story behind Eva. Now, I want you to carefully tell us, why did you go into this business? Why is it that you have passion, you have the passion for style, for fashion? Or what brought you into that business? And at what point did you tell yourself, this is something I want to really do? And how did you start all this? Because I know that you started from the very, very little, when we say little beginning, we'll be talking about Eva Mendes. Take us through that journey.
Okay, I'll start from while I was in school. I'm this kind of person. Before school, I'm this kind of person that like fashion. You know, I like wearing nice clothes, shoes, bags, hair, and everything. So when I was in school, my girlfriends usually tell me, mostly one particular of my friend, she's always say, her name is Abby. I must call her name because she is the reason why I'm doing this business right now.
Okay.
My friend will tell me, hey, do you think you're going to work? Because when you're in school, you definitely want to talk about after school, how you're going to live, what you're going to do. I was like, don't you think you like fashion a lot? Because if I come inside the class, people always want to say, look at what I'm wearing. She was like, you like fashion. Why don't you go into clothing, female wear, selling of clothes? I was like, I'm this person that really want to be a working class lady.
Yes,
so my mind said I want to be a working class lady. I like working in a bank, things like that. I was like, you sure? Well, I said, I don't know, but that sounds nice. But I was still in school then. Then after I finished my school, I was still in the house. I was like waiting for my NYC. Then there's one of my friends that was selling female wears. Because I don't have anywhere to go, because I was waiting for my NYC. I was okay, let me go and spend time with her in her shop. But what I noticed, if I go to the shop, her customers that will come in, they don't ask her, please, ma, will this one be nice? They'll be asking me, please, ma, would this be nice? Would this be nice? I will stand up, combine things for them, and boom, they'll take it. So my friend was like, since you have been coming to my shop, it's as if sales are increasing. You know how to convince. You know how to, put things in place. I was like, when I got home, I thought about it. I was like, this thing, I'm going to be good at this. So why don't I start business? And actually, my late mom actually has a small shop there in the market, whereby no one is using. So I was like, why don't I start up something? But I was thinking at the same time, going for my NYC, how am I going to handle it? I said, no, let me start. I started with very little money. Like, I don't even have money to buy slippers and bags. Then just few clothes, just started. I was the one that even painted the place with my own hands.
Are you
Like, to tell
serious?
you how it was. Then I started, before I look, they called me out for NYC. And it was in Abuja, FCT, so far from Delta State. Oh, I said, how am I going to do this? But I resumed. And thank God, the lady that I was working under in my office then, I told her what I'm doing, and she sympathized with me. We're like, she like hardworking girls like that. You're doing NYC and you're selling clothes. That's okay. She was like, okay, she will stand for me. I'll be going home often just to meet up with my business. Guess what? One thing about wears, clothes come in different designs every week, every day.
That's true.
And as you're selling, you need to come up with new things. You understand? For the business to grow and people to get to know you. I have to leave Abuja every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Transport down from, like, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy on me. But I have to put a girl, even when I don't have money to pay, but I was struggling with my NYC fee to pay the girl just for that business not to shut down because I just started. It wasn't easy for me. But God did it. Immediately after NYC, boom, I focused on it.
What
I
did you
focused
study?
on it.
What
I,
did you
I like,
study?
you said computer
What
science.
did you study?
Computer science, that's what I studied.
Are you serious?
I swear down, computer science.
Okay now, let me throw you this question. For instance, you're offered a job in a very big company right now. That is your field. I mean, in your field, as regarding what you studied. Will you
Okay.
leave your business right now to do that job if you are to choose between the two?
Okay. Let me answer that. Do you know, well, I was doing my business already after my NYC. I was actually offered a job. One of my auntie called me that she wanted to work or she had opportunity for me. I said, Ma, I'm sorry, I don't want to work because what I'm seeing here, the business I'm doing is paying me. I know where I started from and I can see that I'm growing. I don't want to work anymore. I want to be a full-time businesswoman because not just the clothes. I want to grow. I want to be bigger than this. I just want to focus on this business because I have this mindset that this business is going to take me to another level. You understand? That is why I didn't. If they bring another job for me now, it's going to be no. Seriously, it's going to be no.
Wow, that is interesting. These viewers, this is the young achiever. Yes, I'm here live with Eva Mendes. I call her Eva Mendes. She's a CEO, a young CEO doing exploits in her world. Now, she has found a computer scientist, but found with passion in fashion. Now, Eva, let's talk about you. Talk us through how you started the journey. Was it easy? For how long have you been doing this? And what's the inspiration? There are times where maybe no sales or you're tired or a time where you just want to give up. What keeps you going? And for how long have you been doing this now? Like how many years?
I started this business because I started this business in 2013.
Okay.
Since
That's
2013. That was when I started this female wears. Sometimes it's not always rosy, the business. Like, sometimes there's no sales. But one thing I believe, everything is not always in this life. Nothing comes easy.
easy.
Sometimes there's no sales. But what pushed me further is, today, maybe sometime I'll come to the shop and there will be sales. And most time you don't even know when the sales comes. You
Comes.
understand? Yes, you don't know when the sales comes. You might just stay from morning to evening, probably no sales. But the moment maybe clock around 5 or so, sales will just come in. Like something that you have been, sometimes it will even be a sales for 2 days that you just sold. You understand? So things like that has happened to me. So if there's no sales today, I don't just give up because I know there's another day. There's more days to come. And I know the next minute, a customer might walk in that will buy from us. You understand? So I don't just give up because there's no sales. No, we keep pushing.
Yes, I love that. That is the spirit, and that is the spirit of people who really want to excel in life, people who want to do well in life. And now, Eva, let's talk about the whole fashion industry. I'll bring you back to your what you do, but let's talk about your fashion industry now. Uh, when you look at the fashion world today, you will find out that it's not is one sector or one industry that is thriving so well. You can talk about the film industry, the entertainment, the banking sector, or any other industry without fashion. Fashion rules
Yeah.
the world. Now, let's talk about Nigeria. How would you describe the Nigerian fashion sense so far?
Well, I'll say I've been seeing things online, and Nigeria fashion sense generally is wow. It's wow. It's beautiful. Like, I'll see. I'm still very, very small, and there are some things I've been seeing online, and I really want to grow to that extent. Nigeria fashion sense is something else. In general, it's good. It's
So
beautiful.
let's say in the next 5 years, how do you want to see the fashion industry? Because I feel like, when I came to London, the very first day I landed at the airport, somebody knew that I was coming from Nigeria. She came and like, oh, I can't wait. Thank God you came. I want you to connect me to people in Nigeria. Your fashion sense. When I see people in the internet, once they're from Nigeria, the way they combine clothes, their hair, they are just 100%. And I was like, wow, really? She said yes. So this is somebody that is not a Nigerian. She has been in the UK all her life. Now let's
Yeah.
talk about the next 5 years. How would you where do you think the Nigerian fashion world will be in the next 5 years? With the way we are
One thing
evolving, with the way we are going back to back in fashion.
like within 1 year, there's always a difference.
Okay.
Within just 1 year, there's always a difference. Not to talk of 5 years from now. Like, I can remember myself 5 years ago. It's not like where I am right now. So generally, Nigeria generally is going to be bigger than this. I believe so. It's going to be bigger than this.
Now, let's talk about you as a CEO. How is it like
Okay.
being a young CEO, being a young businesswoman? Of course, I know you are a wife, you're a mother. How do you combine all this?
Well, it's not easy. That's where I employ um, some few people alongside with me to support me, because since I have a home, I have kids, it's not going to be easy. While, like, then I was single, that I started the business. It was Sundays I opened because nobody's questioning me, nowhere to go. You understand? I don't have anybody to take care of. When I have kids, I have a home to take care of. You know, I have to employ people to support me, so that it's going to be easy for me as well, and not just easy for me, at least for one or two person to
Benefit
have ends
the
meet.
brand,
Yeah,
Eva
yeah.
Mendes. And that brings me to the question why I brought you on the show today. It's quite
Okay.
amazing to know that in an economy where we don't have jobs, in an economy where we have a country where we bet a lot of graduates on yearly basis, daily basis, and then there is no hope of getting a well-paying job. And then the youth also, a lot of them are seated at home waiting for that white collar job, that AC, that official car. But here you
Mhm.
are, you started from nowhere and now you are somewhere. Now you took us through the story and it's quite inspiring. Now tell us, being a CEO, how's it like? You have people working under you, and how's it like paying somebody? That is why I brought you here today. We only celebrate people who are employer of labor, people who are taking stress off the streets, off the government, and of course, we are putting smiles on the faces of the people as well. How many staff do you have, and how do you be being a mentor to these people? People working under you, being a CEO. How does this inspire you on a daily basis?
Okay. Well, you are having a sales rep. It's not an easy one. We all know it's not really an easy one, but it's it's still better because it will ease you off the stress, most especially when you have grown wide. bigger compared to where you started from. You understand? It's not really easy handling sales rep, but for me, what I do, why it's easy for me, I'm this kind of person that I like people around. You understand? I like girls around, I like people around. I like putting people through. So it's not really difficult for me to handle sales rep around me or people that I hire around me because I take them as mine as well. You understand? It's not really easy, but I have to manage and cope with them for those that are willing to work. You understand? For those that are willing to work and stay to work. So I try my best to be patient. I take them as my own. So that's going to be easy because if I don't take them as my own, it's not going to be easy on me too. You understand? It's how you feel that will make you to cope with them. You have to accept them as your own. So it's going to be easy for you if you accept them as your own. That's why it's not really hard on me. It's not hard on me at all.
Accepting people as your own, making the world a better place. I really love that. And now, Eva, what you do, a lot of people do that business as well. I want to believe that in your streets, you might have up to 5, 3, 2, or 10 other places doing the same business. Now, what is it that you're doing differently that makes you, keep having sales, and then people keep saying Eva Mendes, don't you know her? What do you think you're doing differently, and how do you deal with competitors, like people that does the same business, especially around your place of business?
Okay, that's a very good question. It's not really easy because right now most people, like we started, like someone like me, I started from the scratch. You understand? So many of these female girls of this period, they're just like my shop is okay now compared to then, but many of them, they will say all of you, I want to, it's as if it's rosy, I want to just jump into guess where, I want to start selling. But most of them, they will come in and they will go away. They will come and they don't want to just bear all the stress. But why we are still here, why I'm still here, and it's because I'm consistent. I don't give up. I've been doing this business since 2013. I'm not stop. You understand? That is why my name is there, and that is why the sales keep on, because I'm consistent. I don't give up. Even if I do other businesses, like I do other additional business, but this female wears that I know I'm used to, that's just the beginning of my life. In fact, I can't stop it. I don't just stop. I keep pushing. So that is the reason why. Consistency. That's the key.
Wow. And I know that as well, that apart from that, maybe the way you approach your customers, because if you don't have that customer friend,
there's one thing. Sorry to cut you short.
Yes.
Okay.
It will be difficult also.
Of course, very, very difficult, because customers, they always want you to be friendly and all that. And one thing whereby the reason why it's easy for me too. I went to a boarding school, a girls' school, you understand? And I was a prefect then. I was a prefect. A house captain for that matter. A house captain whereby you are going to control a lot of girls, children and all that.
Yes.
So I'm this kind of person that I'm used to them. So, and I know how to pet, and, if I want to be strict, I want to tell you this is it, I'll do it. But if I want to be nice and lovely just to, entice you, I will do it. So that alone is my field. I can make you feel okay, make you feel comfortable, even if probably you know me from a distance, you don't know who I am. But when you come close, you see that, yes, I'm really, really friendly. So that's just another key that we bring them closer, the customers closer.
Viewers, this is the Young Achievers. Yes, where we celebrate the young CEOs, people who started from the scratch and now they have made a world, a beautiful place of their own. We'll go on a quick break now. When we return, we'll continue with the program Young Achievers. Don't go anywhere. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Hooray! The next President Show is here again.
Everyone, my name is Hajara Osman Muhammad. I'm the Youth Governor for Kano State, the Nigerian Center of Commerce.
Pronounced Joel Garba, the Youth Executive Governor of Kaduna State, and I am contesting for the Youth Presidents of Nigeria under the People's Liberation Party, PLP.
aged between 18 and 30, smart, bold, and possess exceptional leadership skills. Do you have what it takes to be the next youth governor and future youth president? Then register free now at superiorradioandtelevision.com or call the number on the screen. The Next President reality TV show, moving politics out of the polite drawing room into the clamor of the streets.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome back from that quick break. This is the Young Achievers. Yes, my guest today is a computer scientist that has found great passion with fashion. Now, Eva Mendes, let's talk about how profitable is this business. Yes, let's go into the cash now. Money. I know you are the cash, madam. Be sincere, don't lie to us. How profitable is the business you do now, regardless of the competition, of the stress that comes with it? Is it profitable?
Yeah, it's profitable. If it's not, I won't be doing the business in up to date. It's really, really profitable, but it's not really easy this period because of the dollar rates, but we'll still push through. You understand? It's profitable, for a lady. If whatever you're doing, if you start a little, that's where you will know if it's profitable or not. Because if we start very big, you won't really know because it started very big.
Tell the difference. Yes.
But since I started very little and I know I've grown so big, I didn't go elsewhere to get money to add to the bill. Yes, it's profitable. I can foot my bills, take care of myself, can do things on my own, without asking. I can help anybody if I want to, so it's profitable.
That is quite interesting to know. Now, we're still talking about money now, finance, funding. How was funding like for you? That time you started, I know then you've not started a service, so I wouldn't say it was your alawi. So how was the funding like, the startup capital? How was it getting that capital?
By the beginning, it wasn't easy because then I just finished my school, and I really exhausted my money in school, you understand? So when I picked up this business I want to start, it wasn't easy. I have to seek for help, you understand, from a friend, a close relation. And I started, as at then, I started with 190,000.
Okay.
For the whole shop. For the whole shop, like.
And you have to turn a penta. You can't be penta for that
so that it will be manageable. You understand? Even for the dummy, I will use the manicure. Those plastic manicure, not like the one we have right now.
Yes.
I still bought from there, bought two. It wasn't easy. The money wasn't enough, but I have to paint with my hands. For me to manage the fund. It wasn't easy. Sometimes I might travel to the market and I'll try to economize for me not to eat too much, just buy little, so that the money will be enough for me to buy things in the shop. You understand? Very, very. I started very little.
You had to practically start to be where you are today. But today now somebody will see you eating chicken and like, oh, Eva Mendes, oh, she's eating. You would not know the story. That is life, and that is why we brought you on the show today. Now tell me the fun part of your job. Let's say the advantage of being a fashionista, and of course the disadvantage as well.
The advantage of Is it advantage of being a CEO or just a fashionista?
Just a fashionista. Because what you do, the business in general. What is the fun part?
Business in general. The advantage about it is like, then I said I wanted to be a working class lady. I don't think I'll have time for myself to do whatever I want to do.
Okay.
But being a CEO on my own, I can have time for myself, have time for my husband, have time for my kids. For example, my son is not feeling fine, my child is not feeling fine. I can have time enough to take care of him and all that without query from anybody. You understand? True. At least my girl will be there to take care of my shop, and my shop will still be open because I have a sales rep. Yeah, it's really. And for the other fashion side, I saw female wears. I see updates of new items. I see what I want to wear. It's easy it's very easy for me. if I want to go out on a date with my husband, I want to look. I don't need to go and look for elsewhere and start going around. I'll look around in my shop and get something nice for myself and wear. It's that easy for me. You understand? There are so many advantages, you know. There are so many advantages. I don't want to.
Now, what are some
More
of
on
the
it.
disadvantages of the things you do?
You
The
said?
things you do. What are some of the disadvantages? Is there any?
Yeah, there is. Oh, there is a disadvantage. Like this, I don't know if it's other places though. Like where I am, the disadvantage of it is that sometimes you will try to please some customers. Yeah, some they're not just patient too with you. You know, sometimes
Okay.
you offend them unknowingly. Some pick offense with you because you maybe they'll ask you for this and you say, this is the price. They'll please with you. And actually it's the cost price. They don't expect me to sell it at the cost price because they know you. They'll want you to sell it that way. And if you don't, some of them will owe grudges. Apart from that, some of them they'll buy from you and you want to understand with it, I don't have money now, I want to pay later. It's okay, fine. But paying back is a problem. And immediately you start asking them for the money, they'll stop coming to your shop. They'll paint you back as a bad person. Then another again that is very, very bad here that they do that I don't like. Someone like me, I really carry people along. If someone want to do business, want to sell clothes, if you come around, I will take you to the market if you want to. But here I don't know where I am. Because most people are selling clothes like where I am right now. There are so many of them selling clothes around. It's a normal. The world is wide enough for everybody to do this. But
That is true.
most of them, they want to have because they are selling clothes and you're selling clothes, they'll create that enmity because you're selling clothes. I know I have friends that are selling clothes. Then I was at the market, my shop was at the market. Now I've grown so big, they became my enemy automatically without no issue. Without no issue. That is just the disadvantage of it. Mostly
Wow.
it's female. I don't know about guys because it's just female wears I deal on. But that's just the disadvantage. They have issues with you automatically because you're selling same thing you're selling.
Now, what is from all what you just said now, there's a whole lot there in that clothing business. Now, what is one of the virtue or some of the virtues you must have as a businesswoman?
See, one thing about this, what you have, it's if you are doing business, whatsoever business you are doing, let me just generalize it.
Mm-hmm.
You should have passion for it. You understand? You should have passion for it. And if you have passion for it, that means you are into that business you're doing. And if you're into that business, you do that business perfectly well. Whatever you're doing, you have to portray what you are doing. You understand? You cannot be selling clothes and be wearing okay wears or okrika wears. You cannot be selling clothes and you cannot dress nice. You have to portray what you are selling. And that alone will attract people to you that yes, this person is selling nice clothes. This person is wearing nice clothes. Definitely she will sell good clothes as well. You understand? That is it. You have to portray whatsoever you're doing.
That is nice. Now, how do you get your goods, or how do you import? Do you where do how easy it is to get access to the things you sell?
Yeah, I would say, like I said, I'm still growing, and I really wish to grow more than this. But for now, most of my wares I buy them from Lagos.
Okay.
Yeah, from Balogun Market. You understand? I buy them from Lagos. I see import some wares from Turkey too. You
Okay.
understand? Those ones are order. They'll send them to me. I haven't traveled to that, but then I still buy like those ladies wears like all those abaya and all that. I buy them from Dubai too. I prefer bringing it from Dubai because the abaya they are very nice. So those are the places I buy my things from right now. But I pray
Okay.
and hope for that.
Yes, we pray you get there where you have to go there, do massive shopping, shut down and bring. But
Of
but
course,
talking
of
about
course.
economy, Eva. Now let's go on economy now. Economy, we have Nigeria right now. The dollar rate, naira to dollar, it's giving people headache. How is it for you people doing business, especially you that imports?
It's not really easy. I thought about it before. I thought about it. It's not really easy on us because this female wears this clothes you see. Every one of them, there are lower prices, lower grade, depends on the type. You understand? If you are that type that sell quality wares, not those local wares that they make. Yeah, you sell quality wares. They are very very expensive because of this dollar rate, and the prices are very and it's affecting us already seriously because if someone buy maybe I sell this bag now for before I sell it for 25,000, then now most of the bag now is 35,000. When you come around, they will not label you as your they say they're buying. Most of them they don't understand. It's not everyone that knows that this dollar rate is affecting the clothes. They'll just say, how does dollar rate? Some of them will so naive that how would dollar rate affect clothes? They don't know that it's the dollar that we used to, buy the wares. I was like, they don't want to believe that they'll just feel that we are adding more money, and some of them they will just label us as our clothes are too expensive. So that alone is affecting our business already. It's really affecting our business badly
Now,
because
Eva,
of few.
talking about how importation is now affecting the economy and your business as well. Now, don't you think we as the people, as a country, we should get to a place where we get to produce our local content? Now, we have a lot of manufacturers within the country who can actually do amazingly well. It's just that, maybe they don't put much interest, they don't use the right quality materials. And then,
Exactly.
yes, quality material is the problem because sometimes you see the back clothes and you bring the original and the photocopy. You see that it's really similar, but sometimes the texture is not the same.
Yeah.
What would you suggest as a fashionista? Do you think we should start creating or should upgrade on what we produce, local production to help our economy?
Me, I believe Nigeria we can create. Yeah, some of the ways I see that they produce, yeah, they are nice, but most of them, the material they use is very very poor. You understand? If they can improve in their materials, the quality, man, it's going to be superb. It's going to be nice. It's going to be beautiful. It's just for us to improve in the quality material they use. That's what matter. And some of them, there are some people here I know that. So I have a friend that she sews. She's a fashionista. Like she sews wares. Some of them, if you save them, you won't believe that she's the one that sewed them with her bare hands. The
Wow.
lining and everything is neat. You understand? So if we can improve in that, it's going to help every one of us. And the prices, I believe, is going to come down, and everybody can afford the good wares.
And
Yeah,
everybody will be happy as well.
exactly.
Now, Eva, how would you say your business so far has impacted on our economy as a country and as a people?
My business, I'll say around because I'm not really that big now, but I believe around where I am, my business have really impacted. I know so many because of me. So many have started doing businesses.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of reviews. They
Wow.
send me messages. Yes, through me, so many of them are inspired. You know, there are many of them are doing business now because no one wants to sit down at home. You want to see me. You want to like, hey, I want to be like this lady or come around. It wasn't easy. It wasn't rosy. Me, I'll definitely tell you how I started. So many of them, many of the girls that I know, people around me, everyone are doing something. Even if it's not my clothes they are selling, they are doing other businesses just to want to be like me, you understand? Or grow more than me. You understand? That's it. It has really helped so many around me. Even my friends that are far from me, it has really helped them to, think differently about doing business.
That is amazing. And of course, that is why I brought you on the show today because you are impacting on our economy meaningfully. And that is what every youth should do. That is what every lady
Yeah.
has to be a support system. Now, she is
Yeah.
a wife, she is a mother, and she dabbled into all this, doing all this perfectly well. Even not perfect, close to perfect. And that is what we celebrate on the show. Now, Eva,
Yeah.
where would you want to see your business, let's say in the next 5 years?
Oh my goodness. I want to travel myself. Like I want to be traveling to buy my things myself. Like I want to grow bigger than this. Even go to a good. You know what I'm talking about. a bigger places so that people recognize my business. And secondly, I really want to improve more on my, because these days it's more on internet and all that. I really want people to know more about my business nationwide, not just within my place where I am or Abuja. I want people to know my business, my brand outside the country and all that. So I see myself from 5 years from now, it's going to be big. I have so
I
many
love
things planned
that.
out.
I love that. And just before I will let you go, I have two more questions for you. How would you say the internet has impacted on your business?
The internet has really helped me, though
I say social
I'm trying
media.
to,
How has it improved
yeah,
your
social
business?
media. Yeah, it has helped me. It has really helped a lot. Like then we started, we don't usually upload things on WhatsApp, Instagram and all that, Facebook. We don't do that. We just, sell what we put on dummy and sell. People come in. But right now, the internet has really, really helped because people will walk in and buy. People on my phone. Sometimes a business, probably there's no sales in the shop, but I'll sell on my phone. You know, people make order, upload things, they'll see them. It's more easier. It's really helped. You understand? So this internet thing has really, really supported us. Every one of us, not just me, everybody. It has really, there are some people that do business. They don't even have a shop, but they started from the online, So
Online.
it's really, yeah, online, yeah. It's really helping. It's helping a lot.
But we have a lot of in as much as internet is helping. Let me ask you. Let's go to the fun part of the show before I let you go. Have you ever gotten a case of with your customer or a client, a case of what I ordered versus what I got? A situation like that.
Okay. Things like that do happen online. You understand? Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of it. But I'm this kind of person, yeah, that I know what is good and what is bad. Understand? I've
Mm-hmm.
had experience of me come sometimes I might not travel, I'll make order, I'll bring them as well. Understand? Sometimes I know I've experienced something like this when I order for something that a customer needs. When my dealer brings it, if I see it and it's not good, I don't give it to my client.
Okay.
That's my shortage. That's my pain. I'll take it. It's better I don't spoil my business than for me to give it to you. Sometimes if it's not too good, I'll tell you, come around, please. I'm not too sure of this. But if you're okay with it, you take it. But if it's not okay with it, you leave it. That's how I do mine. I don't know about other people. Before I wave something to you, I'm very sure that this thing is perfect. Except the only difference is probably the size. The quality might be okay, probably the size is not
Okay.
okay for you, the fitting. That's just the only thing. For me, I don't give you what is bad. If it's not good, it's on my loss. I'll take it.
Wow. And how do you people trust issue? I don't know how you people deal with that, but we have a lot of trust issue when it comes to, you order stuff. Sometimes you have to pay before delivery, and you deal with people as well. Sometimes they tell you how to deliver before they pay you. How do you cope with this?
That's the problem we're facing because of the scammers online. They are
A
the
lot
cause of
of
the problem
scammers
we're facing.
online, talking about online business.
Yes, the scammers online, they are the problem we're having right now. Some want something from you, but they're scared because of what they've experienced, and apart from some of them experiencing it, what they've heard. Some of them they'll be difficult, but they're like, how am I sure you're genuine? How am I sure I'm going to get this? Sometimes what I do, I'll do a personal video on my shop. Then you'll see a personal video on my shop. I'll send to you. Then you'll be convinced that yes, this person owns a shop. Definitely, this person is not a scammer. So I'll try my best to convince you, but it's not really easy on us. It's not easy. Some of them they won't want to buy because of they're scared. Some of them they'll know us already, and that's on the good side. That's it.
Well, Eva, now we live in a country like in Nigerian forest, for example, where a lot of graduates are being bettered on daily basis. You have a lot of young people, able-bodied young people of both genders, waiting on government, waiting on somebody. Oh, I want to be this. If it's not this, like I have a friend then that told me if she's not acting movies, she won't do any other job. And then she was still struggling. Up till now, she has not found her feet in acting. Even when I told her to come into presenting, it's almost the same thing. It's like similar. and she said no, she wants to be like another Edo and January. So we have a lot of young people with this kind of mindsets. They are just seated somewhere waiting. And you know how it is. You said something on your show now that really got me inspired. You did say you do things or you can help anybody if you want to because you have the will to help, you have the money, the resources to help. That is because you started something, you started from somewhere, and now you are at the place where helping somebody will no longer be a problem because you were doing your own thing. Now, what do you have to tell young people? Let's start from the youth. This show is all about the youth, the young people. Now, what you have to tell them, especially even those in, so I know some people are doing well, while some are still in school. They already started business. They are doing, even me, I started business, pan bra, gold chain resources while I was in school, 100 level 200. I don't start business. Now, a lot of people don't know how impactful business can be. You said that as a wife, as a mother, you have your time. These are some of the fun parts of being a CEO. Now, talk to the youths that are watching you right now.
See, before, let me talk about this. There's a friend of mine that we're working together then. I was working a lounge then. So she said she was working. She was like, I was like, yeah, when I wanted to start a business, she was like, I beg, she said, she don't want to do business. I was like, why don't you, because you cannot continue working. She said, no, she's okay. Her pay is okay and all that. Do you know, like about 2 years ago, a year ago, she messaged me. I was like, regretting why the time I advised her to start up a business. And she said, up till now she's working. And now her salary is not enough for her to take care of her kids and herself anymore. That she really made a mistake for not starting up a business. And it's not those normal petty jobs that she's doing, not a big salary earner. You understand?
Yes.
And now she's regretting. I don't want the youth out there. You don't need to wait for a job. Like someone like me, I didn't even wait for me to get finish my NYC and get a job before I started this. I didn't wait. Even while I was even waiting for my NYC before I started the business, I still went to go and learn makeup work. I learned makeup work before I entered the business, before I was called for NYC. You don't need to wait to get a job. You can start up something. If you have there are paying jobs, there are good jobs everywhere that, yes, they're doing well. If you have the opportunity to have a paying job, not everyone that is good at business, though. You understand?
Yes,
It's not everyone. Some people that will do business, they'll do and do nothing will come out of it. I know a lot of people that have been selling clothes before I enter, but right now they are like novice. But me, I'm like someone that knows more than the person. But this person has been doing business long ago before I came into the picture. You understand? So it's not everyone that is good at business. So, but you have to start up something, whether little. Even when I was in school, I started selling hair. Not then when Brazilian hair was raining. They'll give my school fees. I'll use my school fees and buy Brazilian hair. Say, then when the time comes to pay, I will now use the money to pay. By then, I've gotten my profits.
Gotten your profits.
You understand? Yes. There's no fucking excuse that you say, we want to look for a job and wait for a job. No. You have to start up something, whether little, because you don't know how tomorrow will be. Everybody needs to start up something. We don't need to wait for government to give you a job. It's not this time of era. Not at all.
Because I love what you said. We know that business is not for everybody, but because of the economy, the time, this time, the reality we are faced with, and the kind of government we have to be up and doing, so that you don't start regretting, like Eva's friend. Oh, I should have. Oh, start today so that tomorrow you become a CEO. Tomorrow you will be an employer of labor. You can take stress off the street and, of course, put smiles on the faces of people like Eva is doing. Eva, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Because I've been on the show with Evelyn Abobi. She is the CEO of Eva Closet, and Eva Mendes Closet. She has been in that business for such a long time, over a decade now. She's a computer scientist, just so we are clear. Yes, she finds great passion in fashion. Well, thank you so much, Eva. We appreciate your time, and keep doing what you do. Keep employing more people, and make sure you keep making us proud. Thank you so much. Viewers, you see, this is the young achiever.
Thank you.
The young people will tell you their pain, their struggle, and of course, their success stories. You too can be Eva Mendes if you start today. So start off something today, so tomorrow also the world will celebrate you. While you're out there, remember that peace is priceless, so let's always give peace a chance. And don't forget that fashion rules the world. And before we go, don't forget also to follow us all on our social media handles. Yes, X, not Twitter, Twitter, not X, and of course, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Hit on the notification bell, subscribe, and invite somebody to the page. Leave us with your comments as well. And while you are out there, drive carefully and obey the traffic law. It's rainy season, so please be careful and try to put smile on the face of even if you just one person, do it. Do it for the love of God and the love of your neighbor. Thank you so much, viewers, for being on the show. I remain yours truly, Princess Kessy. I'll see you again next week, same time, same station. Bye.
Nomination is ongoing. Contact us at info@superiorradioandtelevision.com or via +234 814 358 2856 or +447 459 513 619. Forward by SOTV and partner.